If you missed the Catalan GP from this weekend, one of the craziest crashes in a very long time, and that picture pretty much sums it up very well. That bike is absolutely destroyed, and it's one of the craziest crashes because it's nobody's fault. If you watch the actual race, Acosta has a bike problem. You can see him go down the straight, and whether it cuts out, lose power, something happens with his bike, right? Where Alex Marquez has nowhere to go. At that kind of speed, he's a passenger. Ends up running into the back of him, sends him off track, and then that. And from there, it's just absolutely ripped apart. I mean, how much force you have to put into a bike to have the front wheel and one of the forks completely separated from the rest of the bike? I mean, it's insane. You got to think too how heavy these things are, how fast they're going. That is an asteroid for all intents and purposes. You know, it's really lucky for everybody else to have gotten away with this and not been hit with either the bike, a piece of it, and like, yes, it did cause a crash. The front wheel ended up hitting somebody, tell me in the comments, I don't actually remember, ended up hitting somebody else, but it could have been so much worse. I mean, when you consider the whole frame, that frame right there, engine, every bit of all that weight flying through the air, really lucky that there wasn't somebody underneath it or, you know, coming up to it and had nowhere to go. Absolutely insane. Now, the good thing is, positive note to this, Alex did post on his Instagram saying, quote, "Everything is under control. I'm heading into surgery tonight, but I couldn't be in better hands. Thank you all so much for the concern and for the messages of love I've been receiving." Now, this is really good. One, you gotta say, it's a bad crash in total, in any way, shape, or form, right? But you do have to look at the little bit of silver lining that it was on a straightaway and he didn't run into a wall. The bike didn't land on him. You know, he didn't end up sliding into a barrier or somebody else didn't hit him, or again, that bike didn't end up landing on somebody else. But this is insane. I mean, this brings you back to the crash, was it 3, 4, 5 years ago when the bike almost hit Valentino Rossi? And this is, I mean, these bikes are pretty well put together, right? There's a lot of force that gets put through them to have something this torn apart. I mean, you look at this, right? You're like, okay, well, what is what? Obviously, you can figure out by the wiring and what stuff, but that's an absolute totaled machine. I mean, there are pieces, literally a wheel and a fork flying through the air, completely separated from this thing. And I mean, it's really, really good that, one, there wasn't more people around, that bike didn't end up hitting anybody or, you know, much worse. Well, hitting somebody and causing much worse, let's put it that way. And for him, yes, this is a really bad crash. Yes, I'm assuming he's going to be out for a while because of this, and it's going to be a painful experience. But to crash the way he did, not run into that barrier right next to him, not, you know, end up on track and hitting, or somebody else hitting him. I mean, you got to say, silver lining, right? This is one of those scary things that it's just nobody's fault. I mean, this is one of those split second problems where a bike cutting out, and with how close these guys end up racing to each other, there's nowhere to go. At that speed, at that closeness, there is absolutely nothing you can do to brake or turn or, you know, anything possible to where he could have avoided this. And you can't blame Acosta, you can't blame, you know, anybody for it. There are mechanical issues that happen sometimes. They are just, you know, completely unaware, and it happens without any warning, right? You're going down, I mean, he's going down that straight. Obviously, he's going to have it pinned and has no idea what's going on, especially no idea who is directly behind him, how close they are. And you can see him right when he feels it, he puts his hand up, and that's the universal sign for problem. And, you know, it's not like he swerves right or left or ends up having a problem, like doing something it's just the really, I mean, saying really bad luck isn't correct, right? I mean, it's not the right word for it, but it's really bad luck for both of them. I mean, obviously Acosta got out of this way better. He ended up getting hit and then continuing. Like, obviously nothing really happened to him. And for Alex Marquez, I mean, this is going to be, I mean, a season ender, or at least a championship contending season ender. I'm assuming he'll be out for a little while, surgery, recovery, and then who knows? I mean, hopefully, knock on wood, right, that he's not hurt or not out for the season, or, you know, there isn't problems that are going to linger, whatever you want to call it. But it's just crazy. I mean, this really is, it shows you how dangerous these sports can be in a split second. For all intents and purposes, a lot of MotoGP crashes are low sides, they slide off, and you might obviously get hurt, but it's not like, I don't know, it's not like a supercross crash or some other forms of racing where like bigger things happen all the time. A lot of these are just, they slide, and yeah, you might hurt your ankle or break a finger or something like that, but this is just on a different level. I mean, to see a machine, 10 feet in the air, absolutely ripped apart, and it's crazy. And you gotta, all these people like coming up on this, they watch that. I mean, that's first person, and you're still going, 150 miles an hour trying to brake and pay attention to what you're doing with all of this going on around you. Not only seeing the bike, you're seeing him on the side of the track, you're seeing shrapnel and pieces flying around in front of you. And I mean, this is one of those things that you gotta say, it's really lucky that nobody was worse injured. I say, Marquez in good spirits, posting on his Instagram. Obviously, he's, okay. I was gonna say fine, but that's not exactly right. He's okay enough to be posting on social media, and it's good. But I don't know. This is where I'm gonna leave you guys. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. Are you into MotoGP? Did you watch this? Did you see the crash live? I ended up seeing on social media and then watching the race, so I already knew this was happening, but it's still crazy to know it's going to happen and then seeing it again. But yeah, go comment on his Instagram, give him some well wishes. While you're here, go down below, subscribe, comment, share, like, do everything you can, because it does really help me out, and I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.